everybody, welcome to our third video. This is Zhenzhen, co-founder of Loving VR, the world's first ever VR dating app. My husband and I are making those weekly videos to document how we create and grow our startup company. As usual, let's have a quick recap on what has been achieved the previous week. This time, it's a biggie. Arnaud has finally completed the last bit of functionality of our website. As you may recall, Loving VR is not just a VR app. We've also built a website that's where our users can go create the account, write their profile, and upload pictures, etc. Basically anything that's too difficult to do in the app, we've put them on the website. Now it's all done, and www.lovingvr.com is accessible for all of you to go and try. So let's have a quick look with Arnaud on what he has done to complete the website.
I signed us up to a professional email provider. Before, all the emails were sent from my personal email address, which was not good. So now transactional emails are sent from noreply@lovingvr.com. So I finished our homepage. So I put, as you can see, screenshots of the app of the VR app as our main photo. So that's a view from the hotel reception. I put a link to our Making Love in VR videos. It's very meta. I'm speaking in a Making Love in VR video, but links to those videos. So links to myself in a way. That's deep. Anyway, so the homepage is done. I did our download page. So that's the page where you will be able to download the VR app when it's ready. So you can see it there. I sort of put the main reasons why you should download the VR app. I'd be surprised if people needed reasons, but if they need reasons, they are there. Our press corner. So if you're a member of the media and you obviously want to write a nice article about us, look no further than those pages. We've done everything very easy for you. So you can download our logos in multiple formats. I've written a small fact sheet so you get your facts right. And we have a section where you can see our latest news. So our only news so far there is that we introduce the Making Love in VR videos. So I wrote a small press release about that, but obviously as we progress, there will be many more news there to come. I also extremely fun. I've written our terms of use on privacy policy. There, I love the interaction from one page to the next. I put a small animation there, as you can see. I'm probably the only one in the world who finds that cool, but I do find that cool. So yeah, that's basically it. I did a few other things, but I don't want to get too technical in those videos, so I will limit it to this.
Well done, Arnaud! Yay! So you, my dear audience, want to make history? So come and register at www.lovingvr.com so that you will be in the front of the queue to be the first person in the world to have a VR date. I'm so excited! After so many delays, we're finally able to push some product to the general public. It took a while. We kickstarted the project in beginning 2016, and then we plan to get it done by summertime.
Wait, what? Shit, you understood summer 2016? I always meant summer 2017.
You must be kidding, right?
Yes.
Anyhow, our original plan is to get it done by summertime, Then the deadline get pushed to September, then end of 2016. Now it's more likely to be in beginning 2017. If you are a non-technical entrepreneur like me, you need to rely on your technical co-founder to tell you what happened. And if things get very delayed, you start to ask yourself questions like, if my co-founder a bad planner? Is my co-founder competent technically? Is my co-founder doing any work? Kidding aside, but the reality is that product planning always takes much longer than you originally planned. At HouseTrip, our previous startup, we have 40 plus designer, engineer, and product manager. And then I really believe we have one of the best product team in London. But even with that, we struggle with product planning. Sometimes we feel really happy if some project only takes 25% extra time. And it is a very common situation for many startup companies. Why? It's a question. Maybe let's have a look what happened in our case. Okay, Arnaud, so why don't you explain to the world why you are so slow?
You're a real peach, aren't you?
Okay, so could you explain why we went from summer 2016 as a release date to Q1 17?
I would be immensely pleased to do so. Thank you very much for this opportunity to explain myself. So first of all, as you know, our plan was to originally build only a VR app. But the more I built it, the more I realized that some things simply were not user-friendly at all for people to do in VR, like anything involving typing, for instance. So if you use the Gear VR, for instance, if you want to type something in VR, that means that with your head you need to gaze to look at the right key on the keyboard, and then once you've located that key, you need to carefully type on your side pad and then move into another key. I mean, something that will take you seconds to type on a computer just takes you minutes in VR. It's really unfriendly.
Why don't you just invent a VR-friendly keyboard?
If you want me to invent a new way to type in VR, I won't be late by months. I will be late by years. It's beyond the scope of our project. And it's not only typing that's difficult. Like adding photos to a profile is also not easy in VR. So anyhow, it quickly became clear to me that we not only had to have a VR app, but we also had to build a website where we could put all the functionalities that weren't so practical to do in VR. And just that very fact delayed us considerably because I had to do double the amount of work, not only a VR app, the whole website as well. Chill, at least we have a nice user experience.
Any other reason?
Yeah, I mean, in general, it's just very difficult to plan everything in advance, to expect everything.
Like what?
I don't know. On a weekly basis, I get something that I thought would take a couple of hours, and it ends up taking a couple of days. Like the age filter in the search the other day, for instance. Actually, let me show you that one. So the age filter in the search. So I'm in VR. I have all my features there. I click on age. So my plan at first was to only have those plus and minus button to change the ages. So you click on plus, it changes the age, and I thought just doing that I would be all done. But then I realized, what if I want to change the minimum age from like 20 to say 60? It's incredibly unfriendly to have to click 40 times on that plus button. So I was like, okay, then I'm gonna make that field editable. I can click on it. I have a keyboard up here, and I can quickly type 50 and I'm done. Okay, just doing that, increased the amount of work that I had to make, but it was still fine. But then I thought, what about errors? So what if, for instance, on my keyboard I type something that is not a number, like that's unsigned there. I had to put an error check for that. Or what if I try to type a crazy age, like 508 as an age? I had to put a check for that. Or what if I try to put an age that's below 18, for instance, like 12? I had to put a check for that. Or what if I try to put a maximum age under the minimum age, like 42 as a maximum age, 45 as a minimum age? I had to put a check for that. So you see what I thought would be, quite a simple plus or minus button clicking operation became, much more complex than that with a lot of logic in it. That's how, things take longer than you think. So the fact is, you can never plan everything perfectly. That's why capitalism won against the planned economy model. It's humanly impossible to predict everything. Now, if you're getting delayed, you basically have four options. You can either accept the delay, you can hire more developers, you can cut features, or you can cut quality. Now, the one thing you should never do is cut quality. That's unfortunately a very natural thing to do, especially for young entrepreneurs. If you feel that your dev team is too slow, you pressure them a maximum, and then those guys will cut corners and quality will go down. That's never the right thing to do. Always comes back biting you in the ass ultimately. In our case, we could have chosen any of the three other options, but we chose to accept the delay.
Okay, I better understand why we're so slow. So, Arnaud is allowed to eat rice tonight. How about you guys? Are you entrepreneur by yourself? Do you also have a hard time on product planning? Join the discussion by leaving comments below or our dedicated subreddit. So here is the end of our third video. I really hope you like it. If you do, please do give a thumb up and subscribe to our channel. And I will see you next week. Bye bye!